You're not watching a finalist play. You're watching
Brian,
stupid Matt play stupid Xxcha. You should have known what you signed up for. You fools. Trade tech. Oh, man. It's probably a... Fleet logistics could have been a Diplo thing, but that seems... No, that wouldn't be good. Oh. Warfare. Couldn't hurt, but it's probably
also a little
politics.
salty that Matt has become keeper of the Mechatol.
Yeah, just protecting it for the Necro now. I don't actually love the position of this stuff. There's an argument for Imperial here, actually. Because I could spend the 8 influence right away, first action.
I'm also surprised
Imperial.
that you didn't blue skip to fleet logistics.
I know. There was a debate amongst the chat of fleet logistics versus instinct training, and I went with the more afraid play than the more optimal play.
I mean, it's only one resource. Who cares, right?
Right. I think this is my opportunity to take Imperial.
That's your pick.
I mean,
I know.
If you don't take Imperial,
yeah, I probably am. Brian, will you quit saying the thing I'm saying to chat as I'm saying it?
I'm sorry that we think similar.
I was literally like, all right, I'm trying to talk myself out of any rationale for Imperial, just like talking through it, and then you pipe in, if you don't take Imperial.
So, Brian, what kind of beer you drink? That's the important thing.
Shiner Bach.
So now I'm back down of just 1 trade good away from 5 trade goods.
I have Sierra Nevada Narwhal Imperial
I could
Stout.
potentially get
Yeah,
the
I've
5th.
only got 3
End of the
left.
day, I can always spend 8 influence
two of these
and then
influence,
get the
that's
tech
fine.
objective this round. I'm getting too far ahead on points, but
All right.
this is when fleet logistics actually would have been useful. Fleet logistics would have been actually really nice here because I could recoil and play Imperial.
To be speaker for
But
once.
oh well. It is what it is. Necro's probably going to go fishing for gravity drive, but that's fine at this point. I can live with it. They can't make me lose my influence. I'm never right when I play Xxcha. But Jasper, you're still the one who cost me 2 trade goods, so you will never be forgiven. Leadership first. So this has to be the point. But
And then I spent Air Mirror to get 2 more.
That's okay. We're actually okay on command counters.
All right.
We're going to build a lot this round, I think. We're saving 4.
Necro.
We'll still get fleet logistics. We should have done fleet logistics. Everyone was right. Everyone was right. Get out of my butthole.
Nah, I can't sell you speaker token with you on Mechatol.
You are crazy if you think I'm holding Mechatol this round.
So
Who's taking it from you?
I would assume, I think Red has his eyes on it.
I mean, it would
Not
be
with that.
me,
Yeah,
except for
not with that flag
that.
sitting right there.
I don't see why he would fire on you, but
Okay, so I'm keeping speaker.
I definitely need tech. And I probably need to do construction, so I don't think I'd do the secondary of politics here. More action cards would be great. I do love action cards, but I think getting like a dock on Quan or a PDS on Quan or something is better.
Bottom deck,
Bottom to both or bottom? Oh, you're
top deck.
Oh, I see. Bottom top. Okay. All right. Here comes Callum
Alright,
probably.
well, my windows all got messed up. I do follow politics.
I hit that I followed, but I'm actually not gonna.
I need to. Sorry, guys. I'm not updating the score very well, huh? It's really hard to do it when I'm playing. I get distracted easily. Sardak is green. planets of the same trait is red and white. 5 trade goods is red. Ooh, is blue. Secrets is me with 6 systems. Mechatol point is blue. That should be more correct. Construction.
Remember that I have PDS 2.
No, that wasn't an activation. That was the secondary of construction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry, I'm also debating a construction thing here.
As
What else do I need to do? This is pulling back to Centauri Grawl this round, this game.
Are you sure that you want to be doing that, considering
I probably need to do that first.
4
actually, huh?
industrial is the easiest of the control hobbies for me to go for?
Yes. Yes, I am. Okay, you're like, we do not need to bully the race that has 3 tiles in its flag. You guys are talking about control objectives.
TDS here is pretty good too, though. Or is it a space dock? We're pulling back to Centauri Grawl. Or do we need to pull back to Quan and just like really keep that protected? I can't have that getting popped. But then that means I'm not moving the cruiser. We're going so fast.
All right. Are we friendly neighbors 2 for 3?
Yeah, like I'll buy your trade agreement for 2. Like if we want to do this bindingly, I'll buy your trade agreement for 2, and Lizix, I'll buy yours for 1.
sounds good.
I really think
Deal's
I want
not good
Centauri
enough.
Grawl.
Buy it for 2 and refresh me. I'm trolling because it's
Okay.
implied, but I'm going to actually state it explicitly.
Yes, I'm popping both of your trade agreements so that I can score a point this round. That is correct. You got me.
Got him.
I don't know, y'all. Billy, we are affiliated, working on partner. The application has been placed for partner. It is out of our hands. And thank you for pointing that out, Billy. We just recently became able to have subscribers on this Twitch channel, so feel free to take part in that if it's the kind of thing that you're so inclined to do. Ooh, tech right away. That is helpful. Down $1. Down $1 for this decision. That's okay. We'll live. You know? We'll live. So now I can pull back and pop Imperial. And that I'm totally happy to do that. Yeah, with partner we would be able to have access to like more stuff
Trades.
to do fun things. Emotes are a thing I got to work on. Flat tomatoes.
With 2 trade
I don't.
goods that
I'm
you
terrible
gave
at
me.
Photoshop and stuff like that.
Oh,
so
I
it's probably
just,
more likely a thing that
I didn't actually
Alex
do it. So
I
or
think he assumed
Waxo
you
on the
took him
Discord
out
maybe
of the
gets for
bag.
us. He's kind of my
Yeah,
go-to
yeah,
emote
just-
guy.
Okay,
for-
I'll just
Right
take
now, I
you
think
out of the-
I only get 1 anyways.
yes, but
And then as we get
to
more
make it
subscribers, we
binding
get
the
access
way
to
that I
more.
said it.
But we're still in the early days.
And
So
then I
if you
get
want more
my
emotes,
agreement back in my hand.
smash that subscribe button. Just crush it under your thumb. Yeah, I should have got fleet logistics in that agenda phase. All right, Matt is going to tuck his tail between his legs and run.
Gotta go.
Think about leaving that ground force there.
Do I want to think about leaving that ground force there? I could think about that. How much does it cost to think about that? You have no
Well, I
trade
don't have
goods.
anything to sell you.
What else could you give me? I would take a trade agreement to leave it.
For a trade agreement, I would need probably something else as well.
I can't do that. I think $3 is worth a tech, and the planet you're getting. So
$3, and obviously, I'm going to assume that when I move in there, you're not going to blow my ships out of the sky, of course.
I'm not even sure how he's taking it. He didn't copy grav drive. And doesn't have any duders adjacent.
it might not be for tech. Could be for a point.
Leave Brian out of this for a second. So,
On Mechatol.
So you're,
basically, I'm just asking you.
you're saying trade agreement to leave ground force and not fire. Yeah. That's money. I agree. I agree to your deal. Trade agreement, please. Donka. All right. Okay. I've moved the stuff. I did not move a ground force to Grawl. My capacity is okay. I will fleet logistics into Imperial, and I will spend 8 influence. Oh my god, Xxcha's in the lead. Look out. Everybody freak out.
There's no thing but
Don't put words into our mouths.
Chat's yelling at me to stop and wait because they want to see if you're going to leave Mechatol Rex so that I can take it, but I don't want to. Just so everyone knows where we're at.
How many people are watching this right now?
Magi.
Magi's just begging you to zoom in on the counter.
We got about 35, 34 friends hanging out with us right now.
Oh, hey Matt, I don't think you hit play on Imperial.
Yeah, I haven't yet. Everyone's freaking out about this Imperial thing, so I'm having an internal debate. Necro, are you wanting to leave Mechatol?
Well, even if he does...
Yeah, I locked it down. I don't know what chat's talking about. Thank you. Guys, everybody shut up. Everybody shut up, chat. You're all wrong. All right, I'm hitting play. And I did, in fact, get the point, and I will draw a secret. Actually, I don't want to take Mechatol anyways, y'all. I want secret objectives. Were these shuffled the last time stuff happened to them? I'm gonna give them a little. Yeah, I'm gonna give them a little.
They're shuffled now.
All right.
Are we doing this in
And
order?
this
or
is
does it
the
not?
first
That's
time
the
that it
one I
was
drew.
played, so no need to go in order.
This is what I literally started with. Y'all, I can't take Mechatol. Vitregular. Vitrelgar. I don't know. Is that Nordic in some way? Or am I just looking at a string of letters that I don't understand? Welcome. Welcome to the Twitch channel. Thank you for subscribing at tier 1. Yeah, guys, I have no ability
Or secret
to take
combos.
Mechatol Rex. And I needed to leave.
I'm not leaving this voice chat for any reason.
I just want to ask Yellow if there's any chance I could get a particular card.
I think my next action is to just
Anytime
build
or
it home with.
Oh, Spy Network?
Yeah, via Spy Network, if I could get a couple of flank speeds, that would be awesome.
I would have given you one. I discarded it to the random disc.
Oh well.
All right, this was our necessary Imperial
Pretty
swing
sure
round
we
that we
needed,
kind of
like,
stumbled
3
into,
to
and I'm happy
actually
with
be
that.
able to play
So now
it.
all we're going to lack is 5
Can I
trade
interest you
goods
in
public
confusing legal
objective, and now we got to figure out what to do with this cut supply lines. There is a Barragler to 4 situation we could handle. There's a Starport New Albion situation we can handle. Or Arbrecht home system, but that's not really a thing.
I would much rather pay Matt to quash that agenda than pay him not to instinct training it. Or to instinct train the Sabo when I play it.
Yeah, I might be able to deal with Necro. He's been a very friendly Necro all game, but I don't know that I'm in a lead. I don't think I'm in a position to negotiate for points at this point, unless Necro also gets... I mean, Necro's at 2. Necro's not far behind, so the two of us could have a Janor situation. I will be right back, everyone. You can keep your eyes on the map there. Let me... No, let's hide that, and then hide that, and then I'll be right back.
Okay, Yasarl or anyone else, I'm willing to sell my trade agreement again for 2 trade goods.
What are you taking in the strategy phase next round?
Well, if I don't have my trade agreement, not trade, very likely going to be picking tech or warfare, depending on what obbies come out. Or maybe Imperial. We'll see.
What is... Oh, because I have this hidden.
I mean, I'd be interested in buying it, but not now, not knowing what card I'm going to get.
Basically, my number 1 pick.
If he abandons
is
Barragler to 4, I could send the Destroyer,
Imperial.
but that would be my last
Number
command counter,
2
so I
pick
wouldn't be building.
is tech.
Right now I can build $3 worth of stuff.
Unless things change with whatever the 5th stage 1 is.
Man, I'm in a position to start getting Dreadnought
Deal,
too.
no deal.
I don't know, man.
I mean, it's not going to affect my action, which is to build it home for a destroyer and 2 infantry.
Make sure you click Sarween up.
Yep.
I could always risk a cruiser through the rift to go blockade it.
But that's an offer I am making to anyone at the table that is my neighbor, my trade agreement for 2 trade goods. Yes, no.
I'm going to pass for now.
What's the... Sorry.
Alright.
Oh, wait, that's for your neighbors? Yeah, I'm not a part of this.
Yeah, Brian wants 2 trade goods for the objective.
Got it. No.
Aw, sad day.
I mean, that's not spicy. Like, if it was for 1, I would do it, but...
Well, I haven't passed yet.
Oh, interesting. Welcome.
Hail Mary, please. Is it Hail Mary if it's round 3? I have no cards or abilities. You?
I have no cards or abilities. Darn. Yeah, I won't be announcing a retreat. Let's do it.
That's a nice extra.
There it is. Wouldn't have mattered. Retreat would have done nothing. Tech. Fleet.
I'll copy grab drive.
Grab drive. Okay. Well, there goes the plan of blockading the space dock this round, which I didn't really want to do anyways, so we're fine. Everything's fine. This is how Necro...
There. Now is your chat happy?
He's going to get instincts training. He needs to attack me 2 more times. He goes. He gets another. He gets fleet logistics or instinct.
Upgrade. I don't think
Or
anyone
neural.
was saboing that. And I'm just going to build it home.
Not sure yet how I feel about this space dock on Quan. I mean, this could also be threatened enemies. It's a, you know, a twofer. Not much I can do about it. Outplayed! My next turn is to build at home, and then I'll pass. I only have $3, so I'm thinking about cruiser and 2 ground forces. The alternative would be 2 destroyers, but nobody's really coming out near the fighters
Ryan.
yet.
Are you saying Ryan or Brian?
That's funny. I didn't think about that.
Ryan, yellow.
I need to update the scoreboard.
Yeah, that's probably better.
Thinking about
Apologies.
sliding into Veffet 2. I want that space. What do you think?
I don't feel good about that, but if you, like I said, I don't know if you've noticed the slice, and that I have 2 planets.
I noticed. I noticed.
So I mean, you can do that,
Man,
but like,
look how scary
literally,
red is.
my only goal at that point is just going to be to move my
I
fleet.
figured. I
Right,
you know,
so-
I figured that's
Also,
coming anyway.
unveil. Looks
Well,
like
it's not
it's on
because
the
right
menu.
now I at least have a home
got
system.
I've got a
and some
point
stuff I can.
out in the open that I need to defend.
But if you take everything, then
Just saying. I mean,
more
I'd be
reason to
willing to
get more
not do that
cruisers.
for 3 trade goods or a ceasefire.
I think. Although,
sure you can have my ceasefire.
Do it. And Brian, you know what the worst part about that is?
Oh God.
My
What?
real name is Brian. All right. In that case, I will build at home.
Cruiser, 2 destroyers. Cruiser, 2 destroyers. Cruiser, 2 destroyers.
I'm just building.
There was a world where at the start of this game I really wanted to do
Alright.
red
Sorrow,
Xxcha. That's what I
my
wanted to
trade
test
agreement
today, but
for a single
things
trade good.
changed. You all talked me out of it.
Damn it.
I really wanted to
Now
do
you
Destroyer
won't
2,
do that deal because it means
Plasma, Cruiser 2. I wanted
No,
all that
I'll do it.
stuff.
Okay, Lynn. Alrighty then. I will pass.
We need another. We need to get another good secret, and I don't know. We gotta find. We really gotta
Is there
find
some other way you're getting a
2 more
trade I'm
points.
not aware
So
of?
far, we're getting all the stage
Spend
ones.
8
The
influence.
stage ones should be safe and easy. I only need 1
okay.
trade good to get 5 trade goods next turn, and then we'll see what the last stage one is. I can qualify for resources. 2 upgrades would be annoying. I could get it eventually. I'd be doing trade goods first and working towards it. And then I need to start building up for stage 2s, which are going to be quite tricky. 6 of a trait is actually possible. I've got 5 with kind of somewhat easy access, and then trying to get
How much is
a 6th industrial is possible. 5 tech skips is a no-go. There are 4 near me. But the 5th would be, I mean, that's a lot. Yeah, I don't know. So far, it feels like a typical Xxcha game where we like fucking crush it, getting to 8 points, and then that's it. That's all that happens. That's the end of what Xxcha is capable of doing. We'll see. Support for the throne will get me to 9. I basically need to find a 10th point right now. If my second secret is, if my third secret becomes doable. This cut supply lines, I think, will be doable at some point. Kind of tricky, but certainly possible. Come on down. Welcome, friend. Yeah, I can always, with Fleet Logistics, I can always try to get Imperial again and pull some maneuvers. But right now, I'm certainly not set up to try to take Mechatol. That's not on the cards yet.
Just want to make sure nobody can get into Barraglerda before I empty it. You're all locked up. He's
Yeah,
passed.
like I'd have to spy net the
Man.
flank speed, and then we could have a.
Now, Necro, we had a deal here, but
Yeah.
I'm mildly annoyed that you went and sniped my destroyer.
Yeah, fire it if you want. I'm not gonna give in to extortions.
I'm not even necessarily extorting, but
Fire. What are you doing if you're not firing?
It's just one resource destroyer that you've already used for everything else. I didn't bring any infantry. What's it? They're just fleshy meatbag lives. What does it matter?
Ryan, the reason I wouldn't fire is because I technically paid. This has been paid for.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying, play like John. Fire PDS and play direct hit on all the dreads.
Yeah, the thing is, I would be weakening a dread fleet, and then it would refresh. Like, I'm making an enemy for no gains to do this, unless someone else is going to jump on this dreadnought fleet. But I don't see it. I don't see that happening at all.
I don't think anybody else gets it.
So, like, why would I just piss off
I
Calwyn for
would.
literally no gain? Like,
If you weren't going to extort the PDS for me doing it.
are you coming in here, Arborek?
He has.
I
passed
mean,
it.
I want to. It's a 3rd out of 4th industrial, but I'm not gonna go in there if you're gonna fire PDS at me.
Well, it's $1.
They wouldn't.
It's $1 for me to fire now, and it's $1 for me not to fire later.
No dice. I'm gonna score by not doing that.
Okay, then I don't know why we even had this discussion. You're good to go, Necro. Are you bombarding?
Nah, I'll commit infantry.
Okay.
Guard your abilities.
No abilities. Who knows? Nope. Yep. Tech for you, sir. Fleet logistics, neural, instinct training, of course. Route, we built the map essentially rules as written, except for I've been testing out the open secrets competitive build where everyone's hands are face up, so you can kind of wheel and deal a little bit more. You can be like, hey, I have this blue skip, and I don't necessarily want it, but I would trade it for your green skip. That kind of thing. So you're still playing for your own slice. You just get a little bit more information to do it with. I've been enjoying it.
Play mining initiative for 2.
I feel like you could have
Saddest of
sold
my
that
initiatives.
to Lizix for.
Yeah, I would have sold.
Uh,
I would have bought that from you.
Actually, Necro having instinct training kind of takes some of the pressure off of me to maintain perfect command
Totally would've been
counters.
in the market
I can't
for
say
that.
I hate it, to be honest with you. It's not like we can instinct training each other's instinct trainings. So, I don't know. Yeah, Ryan kind of just misplayed the build, more or less. Pass.
I pass as well.
Necro, I'll point it out, you
um,
forgot to Daxiv,
fast.
just for future reference.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's 9 of spades. I basically agree with that. Someone else having instinct training is a good thing. Like 95% of the time it's used to stop the leader, not help you specifically. And I agree. I don't... Like, instinct training is good. I'm not going to say it's not a good tech, but I can't say it's always... People try to say it's like this big moneymaker for Xxcha, and it's definitely not. And it's just useful for stopping things like public disgrace and crap like that. Yeah, I'm currently the point leader. But
And then I'm just gonna build.
we'll see where that ends up.
Pass. Is that I think it's everybody passed except for
Necro.
Necro doesn't look like they've passed.
He's building right now.
I'm still building out here.
We're about to get to this phase, so I'll put this up. Been neglecting to do it. Oh, I don't have any of the tech input. Sorry, y'all. That's a ball I've dropped, and I can start working on it, but that's going to be a bit.
Those are all
before
one
it's ready.
barrack. I'll clean them up in a minute.
Let's take a look at what Brian's Sarween counter is up to. 5 uses of Sarween by round 3.
well, you.
All right. That's the end of round 3. Points time.
The 6 is
Um,
four.
Can we go in order? I'm trying to update the stream as well, so it's just useful if we do this where I can keep up with it. So Squeamish Emu.
Yeah, I'm gonna diversify research.
Any secrets? Brian,
Nope.
your turn.
I'm going to sway the council on the board.
Any secrets? No? Callowin?
Sadly, no, it doesn't look like I'm scoring.
Okay, Ryan.
I'm gonna spend my 5 trade goods.
Any secrets? Okay,
No secret.
Strychnine.
I'm going to be swaying the council. I have no secret. Trade good.
Okay, and I will diversify research. All right, so we're at 4, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 1. 5th stage 1 public objective is expand borders, 6 planets, 6 non-home planets. All right, everybody do your homework.
Remember, we're all going to have to discard a lot of cards.
No, that went against.
Yeah, we're all good on
Oh yeah,
action card hand
yeah.
sizes.
Correct.
All right, 6 outside of home. I have 5. I had 6 with Saudor, but I could do this at some point. But this next round is a take it easy, get a trade good. Which Necro, I have Necro's trade agreement, so at the very least, I have a way to do it through that.
I'm getting rid of a direct hit.
It's got cultural planets. 2 influence, not useful anyways. 3 influence, none. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's probably L1. And a leadership writer. So we got to get a trade good this next round. Try to get another secret objective and maybe blockade a space dock, but I don't foresee that being a thing. We could move the flagship to the empty space or to above Saudor and then drop ships in to try to get it. But that might be a thing. Well, it's going to be around 4. I kind of need to try to do this as early as possible because I need to be able to get the other ones still too, and I need status phases to do it. All right, is everybody... I see command counters with Arborek and Necro, so assign those and we can agenda phase. Oops, I put my thing... I just missed... I missed the box. There's 2 tech and 2 colors. Thanks, 9. All right. Here we go. Is everybody here?
Yep.
All right. Brian, your speaker. Have at it, sir.
All right. Conventions of War.
Can't use
4
bombardment.
players cannot use bombardment.
Oh, I should have an
against
ancient burial
units that
cited.
are on cultural
Whatever, it's fine, I'll
planets.
hold on to it.
Against each player that voted against discards all their action cards.
Okay. Brian, when?
Nope.
Yellow, when? I'll say it and give a 3 count. Anyone need a quash on this? I doubt it. 1, 2. Play ball. Blue, any wins? Purple, any afters? Yellow, any afters? Bombardment against cultural, or nobody votes. We let against happen. That's interesting. And I don't know which way that would go. L1's got a bajillion cultural planets, but they're also the one that we would be afraid of bombardment with. So that's kind of a... That's ironic. I don't know, y'all. Is anyone thinking anything about this? Playing the quiet game?
I'm pretty ambivalent about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, green doesn't have any cultural, so
Seems
I don't
like
really care.
a rider for me would just sway people away from something. Unless more riders came out, which is certainly possible.
I mean, I guess it depends on what the rider is.
Sure.
What was the spread? Both on top, both on bottom?
There's always still a chance we get a... Yeah, he did 1 top, 1 bottom. There's always a chance we get a thing that's a guaranteed... no rider for me.
Yeah. I don't have any culturals, but I was like, yeah, this isn't bad.
Yeah. All right, no riders happen. Yellow, the voting starts with you. No. Okay, it's down to me and Brian. Brian, should we...
Brian, who's got 0 votes.
Do we want to... Are we abstaining all the way around and againsting it? Do we care?
Huh?
You
I don't care.
You want to save your votes for the next? I'm just making sure we're like kind of on the same page here. Just trying to work with people. I'll abstain. Do your thing.
Also abstain. Nobody's willing to pay me to decide which way this goes, correct?
I highly doubt it.
All right, let's go 4.
Okay. Coward. Why do you want to do 4? Don't you want a free rider?
No.
All right. Fair enough.
If I had riders.
Yeah. All right.
Mini formation.
Okay. Ah. All right.
See, this isn't a spicy agenda. Through no action of my own.
Brian, your speaker. Any wins?
No wins.
Yellow win. No wins. No wins. Okay, so yeah, this one is spicy. I think there is an argument to quash it, except for the fact that there's a world where I get it. Is anyone early in the order afraid of this one enough to want to get rid of it? Or a table group think to get rid of it? Doesn't really feel like it. Seems like nobody in this game cares about agendas. We've had whiffs, yeah, for sure. This is not that though.
I mean, I got the one that I really wanted.
I will not quash it.
Oh, speaking.
Blue wins. Brian after.
Yeah, Sardak did build fighters.
Yeah, I built a Dread and 2 fighters.
No afters for yellow, no afters for red, green. No afters for myself. Necro, predicting myself, cool. And purple. Any afters, and we can go around again. Anybody else doing any other afters? 3, 2, 1. All right, voting starts with yellow. The Necro vote is on Xxcha.
My votes aren't super valuable, so I guess I'm probably just going to put 8 on myself, unless anyone wants to pay.
No, thank you.
I doubt it.
I mean, I'm in last place. Y'all should totally pull your votes against.
No, that argument does not fly.
Against you?
Who was
Good.
the finalist in the tournament? Oh, right. Oh,
Yeah.
yes, I just remembered that.
Yeah, and we all know how that went.
Oh, too soon. Okay, I'm going to vote 8 to me.
All right, red.
All right. Don't want to go into. Sorry.
Well, to be honest, you don't want it to go to anybody but yourself, probably.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'd love it if it went to me, but I somehow think that's a long shot. Yeah.
I mean,
You know what?
I'd be. Sardak's votes are for sale.
The only person's votes I can really buy right now are Arborex. Is the thing. I gotta wait out these other players because it doesn't seem like any of them are gonna find a consensus. It's as soon as a consensus forms, maybe I can do something. But I got some spare money I could try to buy a vote with. I think I can. I could potentially still end up with enough trade goods. I don't think anyone's buying those votes.
No, I'm just doing some math. I'm
Got it.
doing some math in my head, Rich.
I don't want to give trade goods, but I might actually give my trade agreement. Because I can still try to get
put 9 votes on
Necros.
yellow.
Try to. Oh, why?
Hey, Matt.
Look at him.
That hurts.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at him over there.
That hurts, Matt.
Emu.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I was gonna sell them to Xxcha, but not with the Necro token there.
Why? What am I going to get off of you? Oh,
Hyper metabolism.
A very good tech, turns out. Well,
actually,
just late in the
I would
game.
probably pull anti-mass just
Yeah.
so I could get you. So if you're afraid of me having anti-mass, though,
I'm afraid of you having anti-mass.
nah, you got a big flagship right there.
It's a
wasn't it?
real brain cruncher.
I guess I will just. Yeah, I'll just put 10 votes on Necro.
Okay.
So throw in your votes.
I'm not afraid
Neat.
of Necro getting any of my tech. All right, Brian. I'm inclined to vote for myself. and also have you vote for me. And I know that gives Necro a tech.
So, here's what deals I'm willing to make for my votes.
Okay.
I get Mechatol while holding Imperial, so you're not going to agree to that.
Maybe.
And the other deal is that I want 5 trade goods, so that's going to be 2 of your trade goods and your trade agreement.
Brian, this is Matt. I can. Do you want to just support for the throne swap for your votes on me on Xxcha?
We can support for the swap later, but I want to score 5 trade goods. So
I can give you
2
my trade agreement
goods and your trade agreement.
I can give you my trade agreement, and then you just got to find a $5 on your own. But I can give you $4.
Okay.
You're speaker. You can get trade if you want. So I don't feel like
He doesn't have
that's.
his own trade
I
agreement.
mean,
But he's gonna get 3 trade goods from trade, and then my trade agreement is 7 trade goods, so he can get it easily.
I could, but I
Xxcha
wanted
also
the big
holds
Imperial.
What'd you say, Brian?
All right. Yeah, your trade agreement is you're at 4 points.
Oh my God! Don't do this, Brian. You know where we're at right now.
Don't do this, Brian.
You know this
Do
is all
this,
meaningless.
Brian.
Literally, whoever takes Imperial this round is ahead of me or at least even with me. We're fine. My 4-point lead in round
Yeah.
3 is not a terrifying thing. As
All
Xxcha.
right. So, yes, your trade agreement. And then we can support swap later.
Okay. I do want to point out too. I'm fairly willing to do my trade agreement. I want to interest you. Does Necro's trade agreement fare any better? Obviously, it's worth 1 less, but it's just somebody else's thing. Is there a preference between those two, or more importantly,
I mean,
can I get
cash money.
if I give you Xxchas and we do all this? Like, will you also pop Necro? Is that a thing that we can work out?
You can pay me 2 trade goods to refresh Necro.
What about 1 trade good to refresh
Whenever
Necro
I
whenever
play
that
trade.
happens? 1 trade good. We'll talk about that more later. This is all I needed to know. Okay, here you go. Trade agreement for your. I am voting 14 for myself, and then your turn, Brian.
All right, and then
I
this
want to
is
trade
when
you as a
Matt is
binding
actually
deal.
the deal.
Yeah.
So that it's
Yes, I want your 8 votes.
8 for the extra.
22. There's the agreement.
All right.
Any
Are
funny
we getting
business
a bribery from Yasarl?
with his 1 trade good?
No,
All right.
you are not.
Thank you for playing.
Okay. And what tech is Necro taking?
I'm debating which one I want. So many options.
2 options. He wants 2 tech and 2 colors here, so. I can't forget that I have this.
Over fleet logistics. I'm impressed.
New mage and OP. I just listened to an episode on this podcast. Apparently, it's really good.